Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking another look at ticker symbol GEVO. It's Gevo Incorporated. Chart we're looking at here today is a 30-minute chart. Each candlestick on this chart representing 30 minutes of trading. We go back to about June 7th on this chart. Now, Gevo is a really interesting stock. A lot of people are requesting this one. And I actually have a lot of pivot points. Those are these white lines all over the chart. And yeah, the chart looks ugly, but to be honest, I don't want to erase these pivot points since I already had these plotted out from a while back on Gevo. So yeah, this is based off a lot of historical data, a lot more than what you can see on this chart. So I don't want to erase it. Yeah, it looks a little ugly, but there's a lot of merit to those pivot points. So I only included some of the main areas that we're kind of close to, even though we're far off from some of these areas of resistance. You know, there's no point going into like the high $1 area. So the last point of resistance I included is $1.25, since we're still, like I said, as you guys know, quite a ways away from that price area. So I just included some of them anyways, but yeah, not all of them, since a lot of them are even higher up than 125. So with that said, let's take a look at some areas of support. We have some really good support over at 40 cents. Bounced off it a lot in the past before this uptrend. And we didn't quite test it here, which is good. Looks like we're kind of arcing back around and trying to leg back up. Now this U-shaped pattern could be a reversal. What I would want to see is this uptrend continue to increase. Maybe we get to about 60 cents before seeing a little bit of pullback. And we don't want the pullback to go all the way back to where we're trading right now, which is right around 43 cents. But if we see some pullback from 60 cents to maybe about 54 cents, then if we bounce off there, there's a great chance we break 60 cents and head to that next pivot point at 85 cents. So the chart actually does look like it is trying to turn around. We're overbought here on the relative strength index. And as you can see, when we're overbought, that's when our price can really move. Look what happened when we were overbought over here. Huge increase in the price. Now obviously there was fundamental news involved as well, but our technical indicators are telling us that the trend is starting to turn around. However, our moving averages aren't looking great. You can see when we were overbought over here and had that great uptrend, our moving averages were purple, green, yellow. That's 13, 20, and 50 period moving averages in that order. And now we're in the opposite order. We have the 50 period, then the 20 period, and then the 13 period moving average. Now, closer to our current trading range, we are actually having a little bit of convergence in the moving averages. When they converge like that, that's when we can see some major consolidation and just some channeling. So there's a good chance that we just kind of channel between 60 cents and 40 cents. But that's a pretty wide range. You know, if you're a day trader, you can still be scalping this thing if it gets the volume and still be making some decent money off it. But if you're long on it and you're trying to see it increase again, yeah, it's probably not the most ideal situation. But on the bright side, that 13 period moving average is about to cross that 20 period moving average. They are literally touching each other right now. But the other good news is that our candles are actually above both moving averages right now. So it definitely is trying to turn around. And occasionally you'll see those 13 and 20 period moving averages act as support. It didn't quite bounce off it here, but you can see it did almost act as support on the way up. And then over here, just kind of bypassed the entire average, just flying up in share price. So we could see some light support based off those moving averages. And then we do have some hard support over at 40 cents. Now, if 40 cents breaks, we could fall back all the way down to about 33 cents. And if that happens, our chart's definitely going to go oversold. Our moving averages will get all screwed up. And yeah, this is going to be looking really, really bad. But for now, it looks like it is absolutely trying to leg up. You know, the moving averages look good. The RSI looks good. Let me just clarify. The moving averages don't look good. We have the 50 period above everything, but it's starting to look better. Let me put it that way. So Gevo could absolutely turn around. It's going to take some fundamental news really to really push this thing up. On a technical level, it's struggling. It's trying to turn around, but it's struggling. And most likely, we will just kind of see a little bit of channeling until we have some fundamental news. But as we've seen in the past, like over here, when there's good news, Gevo tends to just skyrocket. So if we have good news, I'm confident we'll break past 60 cents and head straight for 85 cents. But on the flip side, if 40 cents rather breaks, things are not going to be looking good at all. So I'd be careful. I don't know what your cost basis is, guys. A lot of people did request this Gevo analysis. So depending on what your cost basis is, you know, this could be looking really good or really bad. If you got in up here around like $1.40 $1.40 to $1.95. Yeah, the chart, it's honestly not looking good at all. You know, I'm talking about struggling to break 60 cents, and on the bright side, you know, we hit about 80 cents. Now, of course, we could continue legging up from there, but for the short term, you know, starting about Monday or Tuesday, if this thing continues to leg up, we will definitely have resistance at 60 cents and then 80 cents and then, you know, 85 cents, 95 cents, $1.05, $1.25. So there's a lot of resistance on the way up, but if the news is good enough, there's a chance we do run back up. So definitely keep this stock on your watch list. GEVO is a very volatile stock. And I would just like to add that I do know a lot of traders that currently are shorting it, although a lot of them did exit their short and covered. I still know a few traders that are still in a short position on Gevo, so just take that with a grain of salt. You know, the technicals are looking better, but they're still not great, and a lot of people are still short Gevo, so just be careful holding it. You know, it could still leg down, but it looks like it's going to try to go back up, so just be careful if we start testing that 40-cent support again. So anyways, with that said, I'm definitely going to make another analysis on Gevo soon. Let's see what it does on Monday. And yeah, if there's some good action on Monday, I'll definitely follow this up with an analysis on Monday after trading. So keep an eye out for that one. And I hope this analysis helped you out. In the meantime, not too much data we can go off of. We see some consolidation, but it does, like I said a few times already, it does look like the chart is trying to turn around based on those indicators that we discussed. So I hope this helped you out, and I'll catch you in the next video. You guys have a good one.